Hello and welcome to Giacom's Bitesize Billing Roundtable, where we'll be discussing some of the big topics and latest trends affecting the channel. Joining us today is Chanell Horton, Lauren Knight, Chris Aylott and Nathan Marke, and we'll go straight into things with a fibre focus, I think. So my first question for the table is, how can resellers ensure a smooth transition to fibre for their customers? And Nathan, I'd love to start with you on this one.
Well, thanks for asking the question, Greg. The first thing, of course, that resellers can do is they can sign up with us for our connectivity products if they're not already. And on our platform, stick in a postcode for your customer, and we've got access to over 10 of the best carriers across the UK. And what we're trying to ensure with all of our reach into the carriers is that we always get an answer where there's fibre available for a partner so that they can deliver the best service to the customer. But here's the issue, because we've got a bit of a challenge, haven't we, that the FTTP, the fibre rollout, is happening at the moment. And, you know, it's only about 20% of the way through. Openreach are gunning it, aren't they? You know, City Fibre and Virgin are coming up behind the scenes as well, but we're still only about 20% of the way through. That means if you put the postcode in, only 20% of the time will you get fibre, which is a challenge when we've got the PSTN switch-off coming. PSTN switch-off, you know, the exchanges are starting to shut down from September, so there's going to be a real ramp-up of the need for all that legacy connectivity to be moved. So with the best will in the world, you're not going to find fibre for all of your customers. Now, we've been thinking long and hard about what we do about that, and actually we've put together what we call an all-IP team. It's a special project team that's there to help partners. So what the examples of things that we can do is work with a partner, understand the partner's customer base, understand where the connectivity services are, and then map that data against all of the available services in the UK for fibre to the premise, but also for SAGIA services, so the things that are going to enable the customer to switch off, and then helping the partners to manage that transition. So one of the things that we're doing actually, which is surprising quite a lot of partners, is we're not saying no to getting the WLR business passed across, because actually that's where one of the biggest challenges is. A lot of partners are sat on old WLR bases. It's got to move when the switch off happens. It's probably going to have to move to SAGIA, not to FTTP. And what we can do is we can work with the partners, put a managed service and a project management team around that, and make sure that the partner is first in front of that customer to get that change delivered, whether it's to SAGIA or whether it's to FTTP or whether the customer wants to step up to Ethernet services. And make sure, the most critical thing in this is to make sure that the partner is the first to offer those services to the customer and that they don't get outsold by somebody else coming in to do the job.
Absolutely, and I believe the latest statistics is 15 million premises passed with fibre now. So as you say, there's still a little way to go there. And let me open up to the table. Chris, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, we're only part of the way through, and it's going to ramp up pretty quickly. So ensure that you've got the best partner tools for migrating everybody across. And that will include everything from identifying whether fibre is available. It's also going to include being able to then provision really, really smoothly and making sure the whole part of that process is part of one integrated solution. So obviously, you know, thankfully, this is something that we offer. And making sure that through the provisioning all the way through to the billing is just one nice process to take a lot of the pressure off your staff, and so that you can concentrate on providing that customer experience.